Make sure I ain't got nothing under my desk because this is top secret information. All right. I had a conversation with an underwriter at Torpago, and he slipped up and told me something. And so I'm going to share this information with you guys. What you choose to do with this information is, it's not up to me. But what up, everybody? This is Kelvin, and welcome back to my channel where we discuss financial wellness, mindset therapy, and real estate. In today's video, my friends, we will be covering Torpago, which is a corporate card. So if you've been looking for another easy approval business credit card that you can get that's going to help you establish your lines of credit and revolving accounts, this is the video for you. You don't want to miss out. Stay tuned. If you're anything like me, you love sharing helpful information. That's the whole purpose of this YouTube channel. So if you can, do me a favor, help the algorithms push this video out to more entrepreneurs just like yourself so that we can all be self-paid in the shade by liking this video and also commenting. One of the best ways to help strengthen your business credit profile, further showing lenders that you know exactly what you're doing and you are worthy of receiving the capital and funds that you're seeking.
I am worthy.
Is by utilizing revolving debt. And when I say revolving debt, that does include corporate cards, business lines of credit, and all retail cards as well, as long as they report. You see, what having several revolving accounts on your business credit profile does is it essentially shows that you have what I like to call the habit of responsible spending. Now, my definition of responsible spending is simply never spending more than you can afford and always paying your business's debt within a reasonable time, on time, all the time. Now, each credit card has something called a RCL, technically your bank does, which helps other lenders make a decision on A, whether or not to approve you, but more importantly, B, what credit limit to give you. Now, all of us would love to have the highest possible limit. And if you stay tuned to the end of this video, I have a top secret tip just for you. Torpago or Torpago, however you pronounce it, right? Tomato, out of San Francisco, has been around and launched back in 2020. What a memorable year. And is another fintech company that has made it their mission to have the best corporate card out there, but doing away with the traditions and basically shaking up the business credit industry. Now, the way they plan to do this is by empowering companies of all sizes, from your mom and pop, local restaurants and other businesses, to your large-scale enterprises with their simple and easy spend management solutions. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you about the Torpago card is the fact that it's just simply free to use. There are no fees associated with using your Torpago card. You get an unlimited number of both physical and virtual Visa cards. Now, of course, you can use these Visa corporate cards anywhere that Visa is accepted. However, these cards cannot be used at any ATMs. So if you want to use the capital, you're gonna have to swipe. You can't go to an ATM and take the cash off of these cards. That's really not the purpose of this style of corporate card. Now, one unique thing about the Torpago card is they have a dynamic credit limit that actually scales with your business. So as your business continues to scale, so will your credit line. Now, from my experience and also talking to other business partners that I have who have applied and got approved just like I was for the Torpago card, I'm seeing higher than usual credit limits. So that's something that you want to look out for and look forward to when applying for Torpago. You may get a higher limit than you may be expecting. Now, similar to when I used to work for Rocket Mortgage as a mortgage loan originator, Torpago has their own unique proprietary software that underwriters use to basically take a look at your bank account information to give you a certain limit, which we're about to get into shortly. Now, this card is also a cashback card. Now, usually you would only get 1% cash back, but if you apply using my affiliate link in the description below, you will get bumped up to a 1.25%. So that's 1.25% cash back that you can enjoy on every single transaction. Remember, Torpago is much more than just a credit card. They have a great spend management platform that integrates really well with Xero, aka Xerox, QuickBooks, and NetSuite, and many, many more, which allows you to automate your expenses. And also, anytime you make a purchase in all of your transactions, they'll be automatically categorized. Now, an example I can give you is, I know when I use my Divvy credit card, unless I go through and set it up to look for certain words to auto categorize, it doesn't automatically categorize. So you have to go in and manually do it. So that's one less step you have to take when managing your expenses, which is really important. Now, here's the information that you all have been waiting for. Are you ready? Go ahead and write this down, because I know you're gonna ask me in the comments. This is a no PG card. So this will not, under any circumstance, require you to have a soft or even a hard pull. Now, we'll give you a disclaimer when you apply and you fill out that application. You are going to get to a section where they start asking for your information as the owner, or as they would call it, the controlling officer. So they will need the controlling officer's social security number, but don't be alarmed. This is only for proof of identification. Again, you can sound the alarm. This does not and will not cause a credit inquiry. There's no soft pull, there's no pull at all. All they need to do is verify your identity as the business owner, one of the business owners, or in this case, as we call it, the controlling officer. So no, unlike the Capital One Spark card, for example, this card will not show up on your personal credit report whatsoever. It's also sole proprietor friendly. Now, the reason I say that is because there are a lot of different credit cards, vendors, and capital that you may try to get as a sole prop, but they'll deny you and say you need to be either an LLC, an S Corp, or a C Corp. Same thing with partnerships, but the good thing about this company is they do work well with sole props and partnerships. Another important piece of information is who they report to. Now, historically, they do report to D&B, which is of course Dun & Bradstreet, but they're in the process of transitioning over from reporting to Dun & Bradstreet to Equifax. So depending on when you're watching this video, when you apply, they may be reporting to Equifax or Dun & Bradstreet, not both. When I spoke to them, they told me it's going to happen. The full transition will happen and be completed by the end of Q3. So that means sometime this fall, they will make the transition. The reason this is happening, guys, is to be completely honest and transparent. Dun & Bradstreet is making changes. They're making it very difficult for vendors to be able to report. So what do? As business owners, we make necessary changes when needed, which is they're going to need to transfer from D&B to Equifax. All right, now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. I'm going to discuss some data points and exactly how you can get approved. So the first thing I want to tell you is this approval is going to be based solely on your business. Remember how I talked about they're not going to run your personal credit. Yeah, they may ask for the social security number, but that's just for identification purposes. This is going to be based solely on your business credit. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that your business is in good standing. That just means that if you have been in business more than 1 year, you need to make sure your registration status is on point, is active, and you're not past due any registration fees or anything like that. You also want to make sure, of course, you have your EIN. So for you newbies out there, you want to make sure you go over to the IRS.gov and get your free EIN. So never pay for an EIN because that is free, my friends. Next, you want to make sure your business has a physical address. All right. So if you've been renting a mailbox or you have one of those sketchy virtual addresses, you do want to make sure that that virtual address, when you Google it, pulls up a physical address because they will do their own research to verify whether or not you have a physical address. And that means no PO boxes as well, or UPS addresses. Next, you do want to make sure that you have a business bank account with at least 3 months of data. So if your business account is new, it just needs to be at least 4 months old, 3 to 4 months old, so they can go back and look at the last 3 bank statements. Now, what they're technically looking for is cash reserves. They just want to make sure that you're carrying a balance, a positive balance, and you have cash available to your business and in your account every single month, consecutive months. In this case, 3 consecutive months. Now, again, the reason why they're doing this is because that's what they're going to base your approval and your credit limit based off of, right? Now, they will also check your Dun & Bradstreet profile, your Paydex score. There isn't a specific number that you need or that they're looking for in reference to the Paydex score. It's more so about your actual credit report, right? They're going to be looking at your full Dun & Bradstreet credit report, and they want to see that you have 6 months of data, 6 months of banking information, 6 months of payment experience. That's why I always preach to you guys, it's not enough to just sign up and get approved for all of these different vendors. You have to use them. Otherwise, a bank like Torpago, when they take a look, they see these inactive trade lines, which means virtually nothing to them. All right. And what they're technically looking for is on-time payments. They want to see that you do have a track record over about a 6-month time span of paying on time. So again, underwriting will be focused on 3 main things, really: just cash flow, spending patterns, and also business history. Now, this next bit of information, hold on real quick. I got to make sure nobody's listening, or, this isn't tapped. Is my microphone tapped? Make sure I ain't got nothing under my desk, because this is top secret information. All right. I had a conversation with an underwriter at Torpago, and he slipped up and told me something. And so I'm going to share this information with you guys. What you choose to do with this information is, it's not up to me, but their preferred client has at least 15 employees. And in terms of the expected spending, they love candidates that have an expectation to spend at least $15,000. So, just putting that out there. Now, throughout the approval process, when you apply, they will require you to also link your bank to the application. They use the Plaid banking service, which allows them to securely connect to your bank account information. So of course they can go ahead and look at those cash reserves and, make sure everything looks good to see how much money they're going to give you. But this is read only access. So please don't be spooked out. They aren't going to take any money from you. They just literally want to view your bank statements the same way a mortgage lender would. Also, when you're on the application and you're going through the process of, giving them your bank information, they're going to ask you some very specific questions about your revenue and your business expenses. So they will ask, for example, how much revenue did your business have in the last 12 months? What are your monthly expenses? Like, they really want to get to know, whether or not you're in over your head or not. Answer these questions truthfully to the best of your knowledge. Let the dominoes fall as they may. And lastly, this even happened with me when I applied. Due to high volume, they may need additional information. So don't expect a immediate approval. Remember, they're not going to check your credit. So they will have someone take a look at your financial information, your business bank information, to make their decision. Now, it's not going to take a week, but they will get to you as quickly as possible, and you will receive an email confirmation saying just as so, saying that your application is under review. We'll be in contact with you if we need more information. So guys, I really love this card. If you're someone looking for an easy approval corporate card with cashback that will report to either Dun & Bradstreet or Equifax, depending on when you are watching this video. This is a no-brainer. You know, it's free, there's no fees associated, and there's no credit check. And you can get, I've seen $30,000 on these approvals, guys. So you want to jump on this. And by doing so, again, make sure you click the link in the description, because you will get more cash back. You'll get 1.25% cash back instead of the measly 1% if you just go straight to the website. This card will help you establish business credit. If your goal is to get American Express Gold or Platinum, if your goal is to get any of these other fancy business credit cards out there like the Chase Inc. Unlimited and things like that, this is going to be something that you want to take advantage of, so you can, use this as a stepping stone to get those higher approvals. All right. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this even remotely helpful, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, and comment. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. That means your morning, your afternoon, or your evening, whatever time of the day it is. And as always, thanks for watching.